Not a great night's sleep. It's really hot in here. I woke up in the middle of the night because it started raining and because I heard coyotes. And now I have like 5 mosquitoes waiting for me right now. I can see outside of my tent. Not a great night of sleep. It's 10 o'clock and I'm getting on the trail. I'm learning that you can either put more clothes on and be really hot and slightly less buggy, or you can dress for the weather and be more buggy but slightly less hot. Has to be both in some quantity. I'm really hoping with everything in me that this is just a buggy campsite and this isn't the norm for the rest of the trail. It's been about an hour and a half. It's another snowmobile track today. A lot of sunlight, a lot of just flat and not a lot to see. It's brutal. I'm making progress though. I've made it to the halfway point for the day, which is Normanna Road trailhead. I thought I was done with snowmobile trails, but it's been into the woods, out of the woods, on snowmobile trails, back into the woods, on and off all day, and it's been very sunny for sure. Drinking a lot of water, but it is dirty, warm creek water. Doesn't taste that good really. I don't want to gross you guys out, but I feel like I either need to throw up or burp. I have been drinking as much water as possible. I've had a few liters today at least, but because my water is brown with stuff floating in it and it's just as hot as it is out here, it's not really appetizing. I'm hanging in there. I made it to where I need to be today, Sucker River. It's 4, so I might keep walking to the next campsite that's a mile away. I might just stay here and rest. Really, it depends on how buggy it is here. But there is a river nearby, as you can tell by the name, so that'll be nice for cooling off in, that's for sure. Look at this butterfly colony. What do you think they're doing? The bugs aren't really too terrible here, besides one fly that keeps circling my head. I don't know, I think I might as well go on anyway. It's 4:15. I don't really feel good. I could either not feel good and be bored or not feel good and distract myself by walking, so I think I'll just go ahead and walk. A different me would have seen this landscape and thought, oh, how cool, how unique. But this me thinks, I hope my campsite isn't around here because that's probably a breeding ground for mosquitoes. Turns out this is my campsite. So I have 3 things I'm gonna do. Rinse off the sweat, put on permethrin as much as I can, and try to eat dinner quickly and under my net to keep the bugs off me as much as possible. Some good news is that these are flies, not mosquitoes. So they're not biting me. I've been thinking, am I sure I really want to do this? It's not really fun. It's not enjoyable so far. I'm not really feeling like I can appreciate nature because the heat and the bugs are so bad. But I gotta keep trying. I could change my goal, but for now, I'm gonna keep on trying. Things might change. It's only the first day, and maybe I'll get used to it. It's day 5 and I am on trail at 8. It was another night where I was in and out of sleep the whole night. So at 6:30, I was like, I need to use this to my advantage and start hiking while it's still cool outside. And my goal right now is to hike straight till noon without any breaks. Let's see if I could do it. It's 9:30 and I could use a water break, but as soon as I stop, it's an instant swarm. Just a little update. It is now past noon. I only took one break to fill up my water and drink water, so proud of myself for that. I'm now at about 10 or 11 miles, and best news of the day, as you can see, I'm not wearing my bug net because they finally left me alone. For now. I'm really hoping it lasts, but it feels so good to be in the shade, bugs leaving me alone, and I can just hike like I planned. I'm attempting to do a 20-mile date. My feet hurt, but I think I have it in me. The campsite near the 15-mile mark, someone that passed me said there were tons of mosquitoes there, so that'll be my motivation if nothing else. So here we are at 12 Mile View. It's either a joke or you can actually see 12 miles, but in the winter time. I believe this is clover number 7 for the trip. Okay, just doing an experiment. I got this water, very pea colored, from right here up at the beginning of the stream. And from over here, I got this water. It's about the same, maybe even darker. Well, now we know. It is 3:15. We're at the 14.8 mile mark for today, and the dogs are barking. But I'm gonna keep going. Gonna eat a power bar and just keep trucking, slowly but surely. Or maybe even kind of fast but surely. So the bugs got bad again, as you can see by this bug flying around me. Towards the end, my feet were really, really hurting. I was like, I could definitely feel that I was hiking 20 miles. When I got to the campsite, I was like, oh, thank the Lord. So glad to be done for the day and glad to be soaking my feet because they hurt like heck. Hope no one down the creek is filling up their water bottle. That's what you use a filter for. So that was really nice until I went to put my shoes back on and I discovered I lost a sock. Must have just floated right down the creek. That was so weird because I was just putting my hand down by where I was sitting and feeling around, and I was like, is this moss? Is this squishy mud? Oh, this feels like a sock. Pull it up. And it was. An hour and a half in, and I'm already taking a break just to sit down and drink some water. It's been a hard morning. In addition to the heat, there's a lot of spider webs I'm walking through. My allergies are making my nose constantly run. And there's a lot of little plants that are brushing against my legs, making my mosquito bites even itchier. So, it's been rough. I'm about to show you my legs, but just be prepared. It's really disgusting. I think because on the back of my legs, especially when I sit like this, they get really sweaty and they sweat off all the bug spray. So I think that's why the bugs like that area the best. So, funny story. I had been seeing signs for the SHT being detoured, and really, I could have been paying more attention. It was really hot when I was reading the sign, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep walking. But Some hikers I passed told me that the Silver Creek campsite is part of the path that was rerouted, and you can get to it, but you'd have to backtrack. And I'm like, I don't really want to do that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hike the 9 extra miles to the next campsite. It's 2 right now, and I don't feel like stopping yet. Might as well go for the big stuff. I came to my first confusing direction. There was a sign pointing SHT, go right, but I was like, this right or the other right? So I took this right, it was the other right, but I ended up someplace pretty cool too. My first view! Woohoo! Way over there. I think that's Lake Superior. Coming up here kind of reminds me of why I'm doing this, why I'm out here, because every time I see a view like that, I'm like, why am I not out there exploring it? Now I am exploring it, and I'll be exploring it for the next few weeks. It's pretty cool to think about. Another cool thing to think about is there's a blue blaze right there. So maybe I am on the right path. Look, there are more blue blazes this way. There just weren't any for a while and I got nervous. I hope you can tell it's getting a little more scenic around here. I think all nature is good just by the fact that it's nature, but I gotta admit that some is a little more ooh ah than others. Okay, I have my first mini injury. It really hurts right here. Whenever I take a step, I have moleskin, but I don't have anything to cut the moleskin with. For now, I'm just gonna try to make my sock as comfy as possible, tie my shoe tight so it's not really rubbing. I just loosened them up and I couldn't take another step, so I'm gonna try again the other way. It still hurts to walk, but not as bad. I'm not making noise because of how much in pain I am, so that's a good thing. Hey, it's Lake Superior. That's really cool, but I'm in a lot of pain and I don't know how much longer I can walk. So I've found out if I can just keep my foot level, not going uphill, not going downhill, but level as possible, it doesn't hurt as bad. If I misstep, like if I went like that, oh, that would hurt so bad. It hurt just to almost demonstrate. And the mosquitoes have found me, so that makes it extra hard. Still a long time from my campsite, and you can see how fast I'm moving. You know, at least this is gonna make a good story though. Gotta keep positive. Still just limping along. Wanted to show you all these cliffs. They're pretty cool. Very red. Wish I could enjoy them a little more. Made it to the Castle Danger. Ow! Made it to the parking lot. The campsite is 1.3 miles away. I hadn't yelled out in pain for a while until then, so I thought my ankle was doing better, but not really. I have to stop yet another time because these mosquitoes are biting me so bad. Gonna have to put on another layer of bug spray and find my pant legs. I swear, if I could have one wish in the entire world, it would just be that there are no mosquitoes at the campsite tonight. Can't get a moment's peace. You know what they say, when there is beauty, there is also great pain. Beautiful nature, pain in my ankle. I keep saying ankle, but I think it's actually my tendon that goes up from my heel. It's almost 8:40, but I made it. Good morning from the trail. Starting out day 7. Feeling good today. The people I camped with said that the weather's supposed to start getting cooler, so that's wonderful. And my ankle, my heel tendon, isn't feeling as bad. It's not 100%, but I'm walking at a normal pace. Hi, cutie. I don't think I've ever seen a porcupine in real life before. I don't mean to bother you. I'm just on the same trail as you. Excuse me. Okay. That's right. Go into the woods. Clear the path. There was woods next to me, so I saw a path going into them. I'm looking for somewhere shady to sit down and eat lunch. And I saw my first time being down at Lake Superior. This is so cool. Not only cool as in awesome, but also like gonna get a break from sweating. I'm so glad I discovered this place. That's kind of the magic of going on adventures like this. You never know what you're gonna find. Just a few minutes of rest. That lunch took almost an entire hour, but I have no regrets. It's really not well marked up here either, but this time I don't really mind spending some extra time. Okay, now I do kind of mind. I just want to not be wandering aimlessly and have to backtrack. I have not seen any blue paint, any sign for a long time. There's just the trail that I'm on. The fact that it looks like a trail, I'm guessing it's the right one. It turns out the path I was on was the right one. There's a sign right here. If you come do this trail, watch out. This place is between Split Rock and Blueberry Hill. Really watch out for anything I've done this day. I've gotten lost 2 times before this. This place is so cool. This is why I came on this Thru-Hike. Great news, I made it to my campsite. I'm the only one here so far. It's super beautiful. And I want to show you. Can we all just take a gander at this beautiful latrine? So serene. Look, you can look at the aspens while you're doing your business. I am so happy right now. I am just chilling in my campsite. No one's here, so I'm letting my sweaty shirt dry out. Got the tent all set up. Still plenty of daylight. The river is just over there, so I can hear it at night. It's gonna be really nice to fall asleep to. And the best part, I didn't want to jinx it, but I think it's safe to say there's not a lot of bugs here. It's I'm at a loss for words. It's just so much easier to do anything. You know, I can sit out here without getting bitten up. I don't have to brush my teeth or eat wearing my net. I don't have to be constantly swatting things away from my face. It's a little too much. I am so grateful for where I am right now. Good morning on this glorious day 8. It's a little cool outside, so I got to wear my puffy. Didn't think I was ever going to do that. And I only have 13 miles to walk today, so I can take it a little slower than usual. I just started hiking again after my lunch break. This field is absolutely beautiful. The weather is just great, and I just made reservations at a motel for when I go into town to resupply tomorrow. So morale is high. That pond over there, I think that might be Beaver Bay, and this tree right here is evidence that there are beavers in the area. Can I tell you all something gross? Okay, so this has only happened to me on this trail, alright? Might have to do with my haircut, although I've had short hair before. Anyway, sometimes I'll just be, you know, scratching the back of my head, and all of a sudden I feel something round. So I reach back there like, is it a tick? Is it a clump of hair? And I feel it buzzing. It's a fly that's gotten stuck in my hair. So I like shake my hair around and it flies away. Gross. The first time that happened, the fly I found was already dead. It looked like it had gotten smushed. Well, like when I laid my head back or something. So not only did I have a dead bug in my hair, I had bug guts somewhere in there too. So gross. I'm almost to the campsite, which is wonderful because all I've wanted to do since lunch is just sit down and stop walking. My feet hurt and my ankle tendon thing hurts still, but the main reason is just I'm tired of walking. I've been walking all day for 8 days in a row now. And don't get me wrong, I love hiking so much, but if you do anything too much, it just gets a little monotonous. At the campsite for tonight. It's another cool one. Got the river right there. Best campsite ever! I call this saying thank you to my feet. majestic sitting here watching the waterfall and the sunset. It's got me thinking, can birds control how fast they fly? When it rained last night, well, it thunderstormed last night, it was kind of scary, but the storm wasn't right on top of me. And I'm so proud of my tent, not letting any water through. That's awesome. But now I have to deal with packing up a wet tent, so I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Here, dear, dear. Here, dear, dear, dear. You're so pretty. Okay, bye. After a hilly hike, I made it to the road. I don't know how long it's been since I've said this, but I get to go into town to resupply today. So I am so excited to get cleaned up and not have to walk all day. Guys, if you don't remember, it's me, it's Maddie. This is just what I look like when I'm clean. It's been a while, right? So I've been all day really enjoying myself. I got some laundry done, got some food resupplied, ate some pizza, and now it's time to see what the Silver Bay beer scene has to offer. This is Ursa Minor Brewing Constellation Cream. It is a cream ale. Oh, hang on, I meant to get a glass. It feels so cool to be able to drink from an actual glass, not a plastic cup from my van, not a water bottle on the trail, but an actual glass. A very yellow color. Smells really smooth, and it is a little bit of a punch at first, very strong taste, and then it's really light and bubbly. So the trip so far has been pretty something. The first couple of days I started, it was so hot I felt nausea from heat exhaustion, and then the mosquitoes were so bad I felt so just annoyed is putting it too lightly, just like I couldn't live with them in the same space. It was really hard at first, and definitely that first day, day 4, I was thinking, this trail isn't really serving me. Do I still keep going even though I'm not enjoying myself and not gaining anything? Even after that, when I met that other backpacker and we were talking about how thru-hiking just kind of always sucks to some degree. Either your pack is too heavy, or there's an injury, or it's really hilly. There's always something with thru-hiking that you're gonna have to push through. And for me, that was the heat and the bugs. And it's been rewarding so far. Seeing all those views. My 2 last campsites were amazing. It's so cool to be out here. But that being said, I'm only halfway done. There's gonna be thunderstorms. The weather's supposed to get colder. The tendon in my heel is still hurting. The battle's not over yet, but I'm sticking through it, for sure. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. Really makes it more fun to have you all along. Hope to see you again next time.